Why is losing weight so easy? But keeping it off, that is where 95% of people fail. I lost 100 pounds and I've seen firsthand why most people end up heavier than when they started. So in this video, I'm exposing the 5 brutal truths that separate out those people that get lean and stay lean. And I'm breaking it all down with some help from the biggest names in YouTube fitness. So you can get lean without the gym bro routine. Now, we've got Ryan Hummerston, and he's got one you'll really want to hear. And we're going to rank these takes from that bottom tier, that gym bro noise tier, to the undeniable winners at the top. So by the end, you'll know exactly what works and what's a waste of time. So Ryan, hit us with that big dose of reality.
The most common excuse that people use for not going to the gym is a lack of time.
Now, we both know he is not wrong. Trying to squeeze in gym sessions before or after work, long term, that is not sustainable. For most people, including me, we make a little progress and then we just fall off track. And we end up back where we started. So what's the fix?
This is from a meta-analysis looking at the number of sets per muscle group within a given session with less than 2 minutes of rest. For me, the biggest takeaway is the most significant changes happened from 1 to 5 sets. After that, there was diminishing returns on further set investment.
Epic insights, right? Most of that muscle building stimulus for the week happens in just 5 sets. But here's the real issue. How do we bring enough intensity into those 5 sets to actually trigger growth?
The way we structure the sets are going to make or break these 30-minute workouts. We've all used advanced training techniques randomly throughout the workout to help hurt ourselves a little bit more, but these workouts have to be 100% built with them. Did I mention how bad this is going to hurt?
So Ryan's approach in the gym, maximize intensity in every single set with intensity techniques. I love this because it shortens the workouts without limiting progress. But we do not need the gym for this. You can actually do this at home with a pair of dumbbells. And here's an example. Step 1, start with an antagonist superset. So for example, go from push-ups to supinated rows. This totally fires up your upper body pushing and pulling muscles, priming them for maximum output. And now, step 2, compound sets. Simply stack together 2 back-to-back compound sets, where you hammer the same muscle group without any rest. And first off, explosive push-ups to form failure. And then straight away go into eccentric failure with floor presses. And then just do the same thing with bent over rows to pullovers. And finally, step 3, have a list of go-to intensity techniques like this. So screenshot this and hit each muscle group with 5 sets per week. And just like that, no more stressing about squeezing in that hour at the gym before or after work. You can get all the gains you need in just a few 15-minute sessions at home. And that is why intensity techniques, they're going straight into the undeniable winner tier. Now we've got Will Tennyson, and Will is getting deep about some insecurities people would not expect from him.
On my body, I've added circles, each one representing a part of me that at one point I wanted to change. I hated the redness on my cheeks, I hated the bumps on the back of my arms, I didn't like my nose, I wish I had more abs, and honestly, I wish I had more muscle pretty much everywhere. My arms, my calves, my shoulders, my chest, the list goes on and on. Even though people have assured me that I've made a big difference, but that feeling inside me stays within, and that feeling, that's body dysmorphia.
This hit me hard because when I was cutting down from over 40% body fat, it was crucial to acknowledge, because without acknowledging it, things can spiral out of control. Will, he looks like this and he still picks apart his physique. And you see, that's a red flag we all need to be aware of, because body dysmorphia is defined as excessive preoccupation with perceived flaws in one's physical appearance. Now, of course, you're tracking physique progress. That is totally normal, but when does it go too far? Well, here are 3 warning signs that indicate tracking progress has turned into an obsession. 1, the comparison trap. You're constantly measuring yourself against influencers' physiques that are edited, enhanced, and not even real. If this is you, limit exposure and simply unfollow accounts that make you feel worse, and find real-life role models with sustainable physiques. Or maybe you're more number 2. You keep moving the goalposts. So even when you do hit your targets, it's instantly not good enough. If this is you, set maintenance wins, where you actually appreciate what you've achieved before setting that next goal. Or maybe you're more number 3, the perfectionist. You always see the flaws and not the progress. Even when others notice changes, you focus on what's missing. If this is you, shift your focus to performance-based progress markers, like strength gains. Are your lifts improving? Or stamina increases? Are your workouts getting easier? Or training challenges? Are you pushing to new limits? Of course, work on getting fit and looking fit, but chasing an impossible standard because of filters and the genetically elite physiques you see on Instagram, that's gym bro noise tier. So let's spin that wheel of gym bro justice for that body dysmorphia demon. Begone demon, gym bro banished. And if you're on a body transformation journey or thinking about getting started, I go live every Sunday from Austin, Texas, helping you kickstart your fitness for the week the anti-gym bro way in real time. This is the AGB 105 Workouts Club, and this is your personal invite to train with me in a 15 minutes micro workout challenge. Plus, every week I break down a key topic on getting lean while answering your fitness questions live in the chat. So if you want to check that out, then subscribe and join me live in the AGB 105. Or if you just like what you're hearing, then go ahead and subscribe for more anti-gym bro fitness intel like this. Now we've got Mark Manson, and he's got a brutal truth from his weight loss journey.
I believe if you look at the data behind the average diet, it's actually negative progress because even people who lose weight, they put more back on afterwards. And that weight came back fast too. I think I gained like 16 or 17 pounds in like 3 months or something.
We have all heard that before, and we've probably lived it. I know I have. But why does the average person end up heavier than when they started? Well, it's because most diets rely on this one massive unsustainable habit.
Not every calorie is created equal. It creates knock-on effects or chain reactions within your body.
Exactly. The biggest habit mistake, treating every food just like it's a calorie count, without considering what it actually does to your body. And that is how Mark transformed his body from this to this. Now, I can already hear those gym bros screaming. Calories in, calories out follows that first law of thermodynamics. Yeah, bro, we know. But 20 grams of protein from an ultra-processed Quest protein bar versus 20 grams of protein from a fillet steak, close to the same calories, vastly different impacts on your body. And here's why. 1. Dopamine without the satisfaction. Ultra-processed foods are engineered to hijack the brain's reward system. Artificial sweeteners, flavor enhancers, and bliss point formulas keep you hooked. They light up your brain like a dopamine slot machine, but never trigger real satiety. So you keep snacking and never feel truly satisfied. 2. Lower testosterone and fat storage. A Quest bar, man-made synthetic fibers like polydextrose for fake fullness, all while wrecking your gut. Or how about the 6 grams of sugar alcohols inflaming your gut further, leading to bloating, malabsorption, and constipation in some but diarrhea in others. Whereas real food with comparable macros like fillet steak, it's not just protein. It's packed with testosterone-supporting fat-burning nutrients, like zinc for testosterone production and boosted immunity, and heme iron for oxygen transport and faster recovery, and a ton of B vitamins for energy metabolism and brain function. And that's just the starter pack shortlist. This is the breakthrough that most people need after that just count calories phase. But let's be real, some genetic outliers do get away with this Pop-Tart and protein bar diet and still stay lean. So because of the wild variability between individuals, just calories, it narrowly dodges the full-on gym bro noise, but it still lands in that hit or miss tier. Now we've got Thomas DeLauer, and he's dropping some cold hard data on the exercise that burns the most calories in 1 hour.
That is the best, ranked from best to worst, running. At the end of the day, it still comes down to running probably being the overall most amount of fat you'll burn in an hour. It's highly, highly scalable. Like on average, if you're pushing it, you can burn between 600 and 1,200 calories in an hour. That is higher than you're going to see across a lot of other exercises.
It sounds great, right? Running equals easy fat loss. No equipment, no learning curve, just run. But 1,200 calories in 1 hour. Maybe if you're 220 pounds of pure lean muscle running 6-minute miles non-stop. But this kind of bad advice, it tripped me up for years. I was working super hard expecting big results and getting absolutely nowhere. That's exactly why this pisses me right off. Because you finish a tough workout, and naturally you check your Fitbit, your Apple Watch, your Whoop, 1,200 calories burned, you finished a tough workout. So naturally you eat back some of those 1,200 calories. Because hey, what is 200 calories when you've burned 1,200, right? Except these fitness trackers, they're lying to you. This study showed that your favorite fitness trackers, they overestimate calorie burn from anywhere between 24 to 97%, which means false sense of accomplishments, so you end up overeating calories you didn't actually burn, and then much slower fat loss or even weight gain. And the fix? Stop viewing exercise through that lens of calories. Reason 1, it doesn't even work. Relying on exercise to burn off calories is a broken system. 1, calorie burn is wildly inconsistent. Genetics, efficiency, and adaptation, they all mess with it. 2, your body gets more efficient over time, so you burn fewer calories for the exact same workout. And 3, as we just discussed, fitness trackers lie, so even if you think you're balancing intake and output, you're not. But reason 2, it turns exercise into a punishment. When exercise just becomes this calorie eraser, it's no longer about progress. It's you just paying for your sins. So food then becomes an equation. How much do I need to burn so I can eat this? And that's how you end up overtraining, burned out, and stalled, because your body is now focused on healing and not adapting. Tracking calories burned through exercise is one of the biggest reasons people plan plateau and get stuck. But it's not completely useless. If you baseline the data, it can be a useful tool to program more or less activity. So the key is to treat the numbers as relative, not absolute. And that's why this has to land in the use with caution tier. And if you're new here, my name is Tim. I'm a food scientist and personal trainer, now based in Austin, Texas. I specialize in helping guys hit 10 to 15% body fat without letting fitness take over their life. So if you want to get fit, look fit, and still have a life outside of the gym, you're in the right place. So subscribe to Train With Me live on Sundays for the AGB 105. And now it's my turn, and this is one brutal truth that trips everyone up. Every single client I've ever worked with, they underestimate their body fat percentage, which means they're also underestimating how long it's going to take for them to get lean. When surveyed, most guys think they need to lose about 10 to 15 pounds to actually look lean. But let's break that down. The average guy is actually 5'10", 200 pounds, and 30% body fat. So to get that lean look around 15% body fat, he needs to lose 35 to 40 pounds. So when you drop 10 to 15 pounds and you don't look like you expected, and you realize you need to lose another 10 to 15, that initial miscalculation, it is demotivating as hell. And for most people, that's when they fall off, get frustrated, and rebound hard. But why does everyone get this so wrong? Because we don't realize how much fat is actually spread across our entire body. It is not just in those obvious places that we hate, like our belly fat and love handles. It's spread across your legs, your butt, your face, your arms, your chest, everywhere. And when fat comes off, it does not come off from just one place. It comes off gradually from all of them. So when you lose that 1 pound, you barely even notice it, because that 1 pound is spread across your entire body. So how do you actually estimate your starting point accurately? Forget any BS body fat measuring device. The most accurate way is actually visual comparison. Look at actual physique examples with real body fat percentages and compare yourself to real body fat charts like this. Understanding realistic expectations for body fat percentages, that's what stops you quitting before you even get properly going. And that's why it's got to land in that strong contender tier. And for more coaching tips, watch my video here.